Hello everyone and welcome to Jawesome Possum. I'm Sal, this is Jawesome Possum, and today I have an update video which has been long overdue. I've done this so many times already, I've restarted this over and over again, so let's see if we can just kind of get through it today as fast as possible. So, I don't want to go through the whole history of Jawesome Possum and just reiterate like what people who might have been around for a while know, but just the simple facts of I started Jawesome Possum. It wasn't doing very well, but it was fun. I tried out loot games. It did well for the channel. The channel blew up, and then YouTube deleted the channel, restarted it, and then now, where are we now? So it's been about like a year and a half since I restarted the channel, which feels very bizarre. It still feels like it just happened to me, the channel being deleted, and yet it's been over a year. And it's wild to me. So I haven't been uploading recently, and some of you might notice, some of you might not have cared or not have noticed, but I have not been uploading, and part of that's because I moved. So you can see, this is a whole new day. Oh, there's even a moving box. I wasn't placed for show. I just forgot to move it. And so it's been rough with the move. It was a bad move. Not as bad as some of my other moves in my life. I moved around a lot, but it was like, it was a move. It cost a lot of money, good times. So now I'm in my new place, and I've been doing a lot of thinking. I didn't have a chance to make any videos in the interim, but also I had been thinking even before I really started the whole moving process about if I should keep Jawesome Possum going. Should I even continue? Because ever since I made my new channel, it's been hell on earth making content. My last loot video that I did on Foxy Cube's MILF Next Door, I had to if you watched it, I had to make a giant big black box and keyframe it around the main character from the chest down, because the video when it was in its raw state, the YouTube did not like the fact that the character's clothes were tight. Nothing was being shown, just that they were tight. YouTube hated that. And of course I cut out all the loot scenes and put them on whatever, I did my normal thing. But YouTube, that was enough for YouTube. When I first started doing loot videos, it was just you can do a little censor bar, do a little blur, a little mosaic effect, track it. And that way, if you were a YouTube viewer, you got the jokes that I was making because, you can kind of see what was going on, but not really because it was all blurred out. And that kind of added to the humor of me reacting funny to a thing that you can't see, but it's implied. It was a good balance of humor and sauciness and being, PG-13 for YouTube. YouTube started getting more strict with their adult content. They soon, and that's funny because my very first loot video, there's vag showing, and YouTube never cared. Maybe it just wasn't a big enough channel for YouTube to be monitoring me yet, but I forgot to censor vag. I went and I checked after I uploaded it, and I just forgot to turn on that track in the export. Nothing happened, no one cared. So they just got more strict and more strict, and now it's a year since I started doing this loot stuff, and they're insanely strict. I can't even show I did a Dandy Boy video on my channel when I got the new channel. And there was a character in a bikini, not underwear, a bikini on a beach in a bikini, and YouTube was you can't do that, kid. And I'm she's in a fucking bikini. And there's also some thumbnails like that, League of Maidens. She was in a bikini and YouTube was no, and I'm but she's in a bikini and she's on a beach and she's just standing there. What's sexual about this? She has big boingas? What's the thing? And also, my old channel, YouTube did not like my Haiti videos, even though, she just had a fat ass. Shit, she's got a fat ass. That's it. Nothing sexual was happening. Nothing sexual happens in Haiti. It's just a third-person, over-the-shoulder puzzle shooter game, and she happens to have a fat ass. It's not sexual. Yeah, you can look at that and go, damn, but that's you. You don't have to think that. It's just she happens to have a fat ass. And so YouTube just has been degrading over time and making it harder and harder and harder for me to make the kind of content that I want to make. I don't just want to make adult videos, obviously, but they're fun. Like, I have a fun character of being a hypercritical snob who wants, like, purely good mechanics and storytelling and rewards in my loot games, which is that is like not really the point for some people, and also not the point that when people are making them. But it's funny to watch me be in my character and be like, oh, why is the game doing this mechanically? Like, it's funny. I mean, like, people liked it. It got to 12,000 subs. People were enjoying the character. I was enjoying the character. They're fun videos to make. I get to have fun with all these new creators and this space that is so, like, welcoming to new people. Like, all the game devs that I've talked to have been really, really nice. There have been some great people. There's also been children just in the comments asking for the link to games. I guess that just comes with the territory, as annoying as that is. But it's hitting the point now where I can't do it anymore. Like my newest video, I mean, I know this is months ago, but in my newest video, I had to, like, do motion tracking around, like, the breasts and the chest and the lower chest and the lower, like, abdomen area of a character because she just had big tits. Even though she was wearing a shirt, wearing pants, YouTube was just like, no, you can't have that in your video. So that's just it's so frustrating for me as a creator because I think that it's content that should be on the platform. I'd be so more down with, like, age restrictions if it didn't, like, cut a video off with the kneecaps and tell it to, like, try to crawl across the desert for water. Because, like once you're age restricted, you're fucking done. You know, they take away your ads even though you put in all this work into a video. And it's just like, I mean, the comments are just like, whoa, this is so crazy and gross. Whoa, who would play this game? Who would want to play this game? Who would watch this video? Me writing the comment, apparently. And just, like, kids asking for the links to the game and asking me how to beat the game or how to get certain cheats in the game. And I'm just like, dude, I'm a fucking Let's Player. I just played this once years ago. I don't remember the cheats to fucking Nightly Passions. Stop commenting about it. Please. I know I helped with the trailer, but I'm not a fucking developer on it. I don't know what they did or what the codes are. I just made a funny video for ha-has. So it's just, I think the time has been passed. I think it's run its course. I think that it was a beautiful era in my life. I flourished a lot as a creative. I flourished as a channel. I really felt like I hit my stride. I was creating content all the time. I'd come home from work and I would just pound out videos. And it was, I mean, creatively very fulfilling, creatively a lot of fun. It was fun to build a small community and be in it and talk to people in it and have them sharing memes, talking to each other. But now my Discord's, like, dead. My channels, all the interactions are kids asking for links to games or for cheat codes to games. And YouTube is just too strict. Like, there's all these other creators that are being, like, penalized for making lewd content on YouTube. Like, I know Zone, you know, the elder Zone also, I think, got hit with YouTube stuff. And it's just like, there was a point where I thought that if you were big enough, you got this, like, plot armor where YouTube couldn't fuck with you anymore, and you were like, you're set, you're good, you don't gotta worry about it. You know, because there was that time when my channel got nuked, and then, God, what was her name? Was it Purity Sin or something like that? Another lewd tuber, she got hit with the same thing as I did, but she had, like, 100,000 subs and connections, so she got her channel back, but I did not, even though it happened around the same time for the same exact reasons. I did not get my channel back because I was at 12k subs. So, and you know, that's kind of the thing that's always been happening on YouTube is, like, do you have enough subscribers so that if YouTube tries to come and fuck with you, you can say, actually, I will cause a shitstorm. YouTube will go, oh, I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't mean to do that. And then the whole thing with the Act Ban happened. I know this was, like, probably maybe like a year ago or something with Act Man and that drama and that whole drama with I forget his fucking name. The guy who did, like, TV reviews who was, like, super fucking weird about Elden Ring. Must have been a year ago. Yeah, Elden Ring's like a year old now. and like Axeman got like demonetized, all this shit, and like he didn't like, even though he was big and he had big people helping him like on his side, it didn't matter. It didn't matter that he had like Moist Critical and other people like vouching for him. That, you know, YouTube just hit this point where now it's like it doesn't matter your sub count or your following or who's like on your side. They just don't care anymore. So I think that I can't quite continue Jawesome Possum the way that I would like to continue it. I think that truly we are past the time of the loot arc. I know that's where most of you came into this channel, so I understand if me moving away from that makes you not want to watch the channel anymore. I totally understand. And I mean, there's a potential that I might come back to loot stuff every once in a while when I really feel like it. But I feel like for making videos about adult games, I'm kind of past that point. Not because I don't want to do it, but because I can't do it and have it be a viable product I'm making, if that makes sense. Because this is, I mean, I'm making content. It's always for two reasons, and people might say it's not for the money, but they're fucking lying to you. Money is always a part of it. I mean, it's just the truth. It's not me being like pessimistic or anything, but like when people tell you it's not for the money, they're fucking lying. I remember being a subscriber of, I've been a subscriber to Moist Critical, Charlie, Penguin Z for like over a decade now. I watched his videos when I was like in like high school, middle school era. Like I watched just like Halo Reach videos, and there wasn't even commentary yet. He was doing like dumb things in Halo without any voice. I watched him go from that to playing funny games to eventually becoming like a kind of commentary streamer hybrid thing. And I remember his early videos, you know, he had like a Twitter account where he would, whenever he got money from YouTube, he just send it all to charity. But of course, eventually, that's his job now, that and streaming. And which isn't like shade to him. I always kind of felt like, well, that's nice, but like, if you can make that a career, you should, and eventually did. It's you do YouTube for having fun making the content, and also for making money off the content. And you want to make money off the content because you want to quit your fucking day job because you don't like it, because it sucks, and because you don't want to, you know, be in your retail job for the rest of your life, because that's soul crushing and terrible, and I hate it. So if I'm doing stuff on YouTube that's not successful anymore, I'm not gonna keep doing it, because what's the point? So sad as it is, I think that this era is over. Going forward though, what am I gonna be doing on YouTube? Well, at the moment, not a whole lot. I still have videos recorded of me and my friends playing some games that I'm gonna edit at some point pretty soon, I hope. And I've not started streaming again quite yet. It's been a few months since I've been streaming, and I want to get back to it. I want to get back to playing Dark Tide. I want to get back to playing Evil Dead the game. So much updates have happened in Evil Dead the game since I last played it. I'm really kind of annoyed that I've been not streaming it. I also started playing a lot of Destiny, and I feel like that'd be fun to do that kind of content. And so the idea going forward is that for Jawesome Possum is that once I get back to it, whenever that is, I'm gonna keep doing videos with my friends, Josiah and Nathan, and maybe other friends. Basically just sitting down, recording videos, and then editing them later and uploading them. Like a classic Let's Play station. And I'm not gonna be doing it with the goal of making money. Now that might sound weird given the whole spiel I just did about making money and everyone's doing this for profit. I feel like my whole career on this website, which has been going on for 15 years or so of making videos, I've been trying my fucking hardest to make it work. I've been really, really trying very hard to make YouTube work. And I'm 30's on the horizon for me, and I've not been successful really on this platform. I've seen other channels be successful, and I feel like they don't super like care. You know what I mean? I guess when I do stuff, I always try to have a certain level of production value, a certain level of effort put into it, like on my editing and my branding, and having an intro, having an outro, making my own music for it, and all this other stuff. And I really try to, I put my whole fucking pussy into it, and I don't get quite that much back. So my goal going forward with Jawesome Possum, when I come back to it, is going to be edited Let's Plays, but not very edited, like lightly, like cleaning up the room noise, and maybe a joke or two inputted here or there if need be, but for the most part, leaving it alone. Intro, outro, thumbnail, right? Streaming, like multiplayer type games, maybe some RPGs, maybe some other stuff like that. That's kind of where I want to, that's the niche I want to hit as a streamer, I think, is like stuff that you can just jump into and not have to be watching every single video or stream, because I understand that. I mean, a big reason why I don't watch streamers is because I feel like I've missed lore, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like I've missed out on things that have been set up because I didn't watch every single stream. So playing stuff like Dark Tide, stuff like Destiny, stuff like Evil Dead, stuff like Ghostbusters, even though nobody watches videos, just so that if you jump into my stream, I'm just having fun, and you just have fun with me for a few minutes if you want to stick around for even longer, and you don't have to be caught up on what the overarching arc has been so far. And on top of that, I might do RPGs solo, record them, maybe without a webcam, kind of like with my Cyberpunk video. I do it by myself, no webcam, just chill, play a game, and just edit that into an experience. And then the other thing I want to do with Jawesome Possum is bring back JPW. If anyone remembers or sees, it is the most recent uploaded video though, so that's kind of, maybe you do know what it is if you look on my channel. JPW stands for Jawesome Possum Wrestling. It is a machinima wrestling show where we're in-character commentators commentating wrestling matches done in a wrestling video game with characters from pop culture. And it's like a show, but it's like we're basically like treating it like a real wrestling show, but we're doing it in a video game. I have, I forget what the most recent, I think I have 2 more full JPW episodes edited with no commentary, and then I have our big event, Game Over. I have, I think, like a third of it edited. So I kind of want to bring that back. A new WWE 2K game came out. Looks like it's got a lot of customizational stuff in it. I thought about waiting for the AEW game, but who knows when that game's going to be coming out, since I do prefer AEW to WWE. But I mean, also WWE game just looks better. I mean, graphically, and that's kind of the look I want to have for the show. Whereas, I mean, who knows how if the AEW game has good customization? We'll find out. But I think I want to go and make Season 2 of JPW in WWE 2K, whatever the newest one is, and then maybe for Season 3, move on to AEW Fight Forever. That was a lot of wrestling talk that half of you did not understand. But basically, that's what I want to do with the channel. Edited Let's Plays with friends, edited solo Let's Plays, streams of multiplayer games, and JPW. So, 4 things that I want to do with the channel. But not at the moment. I might edit stuff at some point, but for now, I'm going to let it sit for a bit and work on other stuff. What other stuff? Well, I mean, so for starters, I still have a full-time job, and now I live farther away from my job, so it takes me longer to get to and from work. Which, that sucks. I mean, my old place, even though it was a shitty little studio apartment, I could walk like 15 minutes to work, and that was pretty nice. Whereas here, it's like an hour-long bus ride there and back, so a bit less time to work on things. But I'm working on 2 big projects. I'm working on my book, obviously. I made a book last year, released it called The Redwater Legend. It's on Amazon. If you like gothic horror, fantasy stuff, it's a book for you. It's a very short book. It's like just over the word count for what could constitute as a novel. So it is very fastly paced. It's a very easy, light read. Once you get into it, I feel like it hooks you and it moves you along. I like it a lot. I've been working on the book for like 8 years. I think it's a really fucking good book. I do think it is genuinely really good, which is great. Which, I mean, for so long on my art, I felt like I've not been confident. I'm confident about The Redwater Legend. It's a good, fun book. Basically, it's like if you read a Bloodborne novel, but with more characters and story and mystery. and less just like a mute protagonist, because that doesn't really work in a book that well. So I'm working on the sequel. It's over double the length. I have literally the epilogue to write, and I am done with this, with the second draft, and then I can redraft it, and iron it out the kinks, and get it edited, and get some art done for it, yada yada. So I have just one more chapter to write, and I'm done. And I know what I want to do, I just didn't have to do it with the moving. It's been tough to go and sit down and think about this book. My other project, which will pertain more to this fan base on Jawesome Possum, is I am now a game dev, and I have been for a few months now. I am making 2 adult games under a moniker that I will not be saying today. Maybe one day when I make a trailer for it and the games are in a really good spot where I feel very confident about showing them off to people, I will release a trailer for them. They're both already out. They're both on itch. There's a Patreon that I have for it. patreon.com/. I'm not going to fucking tell you yet, because I want to keep myself a mystery. You know, I want to keep myself anonymous. Maybe not forever. I'm sure someone will figure it out one day if I haven't already figured it out. Some people already know, but it's other developers, because I've been like, hey, remember that guy who played your game and said bad things about it? I'm making games now. Can you help me? So it's been a fun experience doing that. But I'm making 2 adult games. I mean, I feel like with all the gaming I did with adult games and criticizing them, I should put my money where my mouth is and make some adult games. And they've gotten some pretty decent receptions, some not so good, some pretty good. I mean, it's like everything, not going to be perfect. No one's going to love everything, but after I edit this video, I'm actually going to go and work on more of my game right now. And yes, I'm working on 2 games, because I'm fucking insane, crazy, and crane. That was good. I'm in crane. I got 2 games going on. I don't want to say too much, give clues away. I mean, I have already basically said in some form on my social media, on one of my websites, I did a direct link to my other, to my game dev self. So if you want to sleuth around, you can figure it out. That the clues have been laid bare for everyone. It's up to you to find them if you so give a shit. And if you don't give a shit, just go keep playing loot games, and maybe one of those is mine. Who knows? Who's to say? I will say this. I've been doing YouTube for a very long time. Again, 15 years. When I started YouTube, I was a fucking baby. Not a little baby, but I was a small child. Here's a clip from an early video. Look how small he is. Look how innocent. Now look at me. What happened to that innocent youth? He started playing adult games on YouTube. But I've been doing YouTube forever. I've been writing. I made music. I worked on short films. I worked on a CW show. I was in an award-winning short film. I've been in a lot of stuff. I've been doing a lot of things. And nothing has made me as much money as lewd game development. Like, I think I've made more on lewd games just last month, than I had the entirety of Jawesome Possum. So do you understand a little bit now more why I'm not quite as interested in continuing the uphill battle of adult game content on YouTube, when I could just be making adult games myself, or no one knows who I am. I sit here and I write, and I've been learning the code. I can now code games. So that's cool. So I just sit here and I write and I code, and I commission artists to draw art for me. I made a lot of cool artist friends, and I just make games, and I put out builds once a month or 2, and people buy them, and I'm like, wow, that's great. That's amazing. This was not a short video, and I apologize. I wanted it to be, but when I do these update videos, it's like a therapy session. Like, just letting it all out, and then I'm uploading it later. Just letting out all the thoughts and the feelings and the concerns and the troubles, and just letting it all flow. Even if I don't upload it, just letting it all out of my system. It's really, really nice. So, I want to apologize for not getting to everybody sooner, not making more of the content you probably would like to see, but I'm not going away, just not doing adult games anymore. Videos anyway. So I'll be making adult games, and then whenever I have time again, I will be streaming and recording videos of a non-lewd variety. I don't think the audio in this video is going to be the best. I haven't soundproofed my room at all. I kind of want to put up soundproofing right there, so because it's a bigger room than I'm used to. I have very high ceilings. I feel like this is maybe an echoey video. And of course I have like the roads right there with parking, and people are doing like, you know, they're gardening, they're groundskeeping, people are getting into cars, people are yelling, walking their dogs, screaming at their dogs. It's very fun working here. Well, on my screen I have like porn up of femboys being fucked, and I'm looking over and I'm like, I'm trying to make a game here, I hope no one sees this. I feel self-conscious all the time. And okay, I think at this point I'm just rambling. Thank you all, honestly, for sticking around with Jawesome Possum for as long as you have. The part of my life where this was really kicking off and doing good was really amazing. It honestly felt incredible. I really felt like I was doing something good. I can remember like the high I felt like early 2021, like January to July, I was just like living my fucking best life. I was fucking killing it. And now, I mean, you know, all good things must end. It's okay. I've come to grasp with it. Grasps. Psst. Words are hard, but I moved on. It's okay. It's okay. These things happen. It's fine. I just want to thank everybody so much for supporting me during this time, watching my videos. If you were a patron, thank you. If you bought something off my Gumroad, thank you. If you watched any of my streams, my videos, thank you. Seriously, I will never forget this part of my life. It was, I know it sounds silly because I was making fucking videos about porn games, but it was really fun. And I'm gonna miss it. But hopefully going forward, and maybe YouTube will change their policies, and maybe someone else will have this feeling, but with playing my game, and I'll be able to give that to them. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. I hope to see you guys soon. I hope to stream soon. I'm gonna go edit this, make some of my game, play some Destiny, and go to bed. I love you all so fucking much. I've missed you. Have a great day, and stay Jawesome out there.